Hi guys, welcome to my space. I'm Freedom, and let's dive into data. For it, I miss you all. It's been a minute I last dropped a video or tutorial, so I decided to walk you through this project called Who's Our Customer. It consists of a customer data set of a bank, and we're trying to understand who their customer are. And the analytical approach we're going for this is what we call customer segmentation. Segmentation, basically. So let me explain what segmentation is. Segmentation is the process of dividing large and diverse customer base into smaller, more manageable groups that share similar characteristics. The goal is to understand the differences within your customers, such as who they are, how they behave, what they value, so you can make more targets and data driven decisions. So in short, all we try to say is all customers are not the same. There are different types of customers with distinct needs and values. So some of the popular type of segmentation will be handling. You know about demographic segmentation. This one is based on who customers are, age, gender, income, education, which generation spends more, which income group drives premium purchases. We also have the geographical segmentation. We have the behavioral segmentation and the psychographic segmentation. The psychographic is based on lifestyle, interests, and values. So, this analytical approach is what we're going to be using to analyze our data today. So, but come with me. First of all, let me show you our dashboard. Our dashboard, we have a KPI of 500 customers, 46 average age, average income about 144K, and we have 5 years average tenure of our customers. And this dashboard is filtered by region and customer segments. So you could see what happened in the east, and the north, in the south, and in the west. Everything is interactive. We also know about corporates, privates, or retail. So this is going to be a simple walkthrough, and I'm going to explain the process one after the other. You know how we do it, right? So this is our breakdown. We use pivot table to answer a few questions, and then we also brought in our data set and added some calculated columns using Power Query. So if you're just joining us, like, subscribe, share to your friends. You know, this video is going to be important to them, and we'll get right into it. Check the description below to download the data set so you could follow along and learn something. So let's go into it. Okay, guys, if you've downloaded your data sets, now let's work together. So first off, we'll be going to the data in our ribbon, and we're going to extract our data from a text and CSV file from our data set. So the customer data, we're going to import it. So we are not loading, we're going to transform. So let us transform our data. Now our Power Query editor is open. We are going to go through the data and get to understand what kind of data do we have. We have our customer ID, we have our names, we have our gender, we have an age, we have region, we have occupation, income, customer segment, and we also have join dates. So you can see from our customer ID, we have about distinct 500 customers. Yeah. So for the name, we have some Mrs. and Mr. I would like to take out, so they don't really affect our analysis. So we say Mrs. and then we take out this replace values. So we confirm again before we move forward. So you see no Mrs., no Mr. And then we trim. So we'll go to transform, format, and trim. That will take the excess spaces in couple of our data sets. Right. So we also have our gender column. We have the age, So the age, we have to group our age by generations, right? We have the Gen Z, the Gen X. I am a Gen Z. We have the Gen X, we have the millennials, the ones that don't really like us like that. Then we have the boomers, our parents and grandparents. So we're going to be breaking down the age by generation to understand our customer. This is the whole essence of segmentation. So I did a little breakdown of how we are going to break down the age and the age groups that fall into those categories. So you could see from 13 to 28 are all Gen Zs, and people from 29 to 44 are millennials, and we have Gen X, we have boomers. So let's start with Gen Z, which is 28. So we're going to go to add column, conditional column. The name is going to be generations. We have our generation. So we'll say if the age is less than or equal to 28, these are Gen Zs. These are Gen Zs. These are people that fall under this generation. So if I also say this is less than or equal to 44, these are millennials. Those ones are always fighting with Gen Zs, yeah. So we have our age group. If these ones are less than or equal to 60, they are Gen X. Most of our parents falls under this category. And then anybody above 60 are all boomers. And we click OK. You can see our generations have been broken down into 4 categories. So now we understand the kind of people we have on our bank. We know we don't just have young people. We have both the young, the old, and the one close to their grave. So every single one of them are all members of our bank. So click OK. So now we have the region. We also have the region, we have occupation, then we have income. Now we want to understand people who make more money, the high income earners, the low income earners, the medium earners, the premium earners. That way we get like a view of how people earn in our company. So it's also going to be conditional column. Most of these things can be done using the if, like if you're using the if functions on your normal Excel, or if you're writing the custom calculations, you're also going to use the if. So this would be income brackets. We have our income bracket. So we'll say if the income is less than or equal to 100K, let's confirm the zeros. Yeah, these are low income earners. And our if also our income is less than or equal to 150, these are medium income earners. And yeah, we'll say if our income is less than or equal to 300, these are high income earners. And any other person, our premium earners, can you see? So say okay. So now you see we have the high, the low, and the medium. We see we don't have a premium earners in our company. So let me put this close to our income. So you can see our customer segments, and we also have the join dates. So the join date is when each customer has joined our company. So we want to be able to track how long they've been in our company. So we're going to get the age. So the age is going to be add column. So we'll click on our table and go to dates and say age. So this literally just counts the days for us. And then we'll go to transform. And the duration of these days, we want it to be calculated in total years. So these are the total years these people have been. Nobody, we don't know what's 2.4 is, so we'll make it a whole number. So we'll make it a whole number. You could see there's 2 years, 4 years, 7 years, 4 years, 7 years, 6 years, 9 years. So a lot of people have been with us for quite some time. So we also want to group our customers that have been with us. We could say we have new ones, we have the older ones, we have, you know. So I did a simple breakdown we're going to be using. So on our tenure, we have less than 1 year are new customers, less than 3 years are emerging loyal customers are people who have been with us for 7 years, and legacy people have been with us above 8 years. So let's get right into it. We're still using conditional columns. I know we like writing custom formats, but nah. This is like one of the best is Power Query give to us. We have our tenor group. So we're gonna say if age is less than or equal to 3, or no, 1. These ones are new customers. And we add that middle close again. If age is less than or equal to 3, we have a margin. And we add another close again. And let's check. Less than 3, 7. If age is less than or equal to 7, we say these are loyal customers. Imagine having a relationship for 7 years. Amazing. So, and the rest are going to be what? Legacy. These are our legends in the company. So we click OK. You can see margin, new, loyal. Let's change the name of this to Tenor instead. As you can see. So everything looks nice. Everything looks good. And also we're going to add our years because I think I made use of that. So we're going to add column dates and we go to years. Or just add the years as well. So we see the year in, year out. So we are able to calculate the growth rates of our customers, how the growth was each year, how many people came in, you understand? So then we load our data into our Excel sheet. We're not loading to today, we're just loading directly into our workbook because it's about like 400 rows. It won't add our data set like that, our workbook like that. So our data is loaded. Can you see? It's loaded and everything looks good from here. Everything looks good from here. So I don't really like green, so I most likely just put white. Let's leave it like this. So next up, we're inserting our pivot tables because we basically did all the cleaning and transformation on Power Query. So we don't really have much work to do on our Excel workbook apart from summarizing the data and then visualizing it. So then I'll summarize with pivot tables. So we want our customers, and next we want an existing sheet. So we already have one. So bring it here. I say okay. Over here we have our pivot tables open. So we're going to be answering a couple of questions that is going to be needed for our analysis to go be right. So the first one is, the first one is going to be our customers. How many customers do we have? We have 500 customers. So this is our total customers. That's 500 customers. Our KPIs, we also have, so we also have the average age. We also have the average age. We want to know the average age of people in our company. So we have 62 years, 62.6, but age can be a whole number. So this is our average age. We have our average age. Let's paint this so they look different. So yeah. Apart from our average age, we also want to know the average tenure. No, like average income. Yeah. Most of our customers, how much do they make? So let's just say average and click OK. So you can see averagely our customers earn about 314K. Can you see? Then we also have our average tenure. How long has our customer been with us? So we have average and click OK. So 5 years. This is the average tenure. We also have average income. So next up, we'll be going deeper into understanding our data even more. So if you come here, you see our breakdown. We also understood our customer by gender, customer by age group, broken down by female and male. So let's start with this. Customer by age group. Duplicate our pivot tables. So it's still going to be counts. So our age group will be generations, which is row, and our gender will be column. So it's broken down like this. We're going to take out the total, the ground total of everything. That's for the age group. Then next up, we also have customer by tenure. We have customers by tenure. This to bring in our customers and our tenure. A tenure group, right? Yeah, tenure group. So we show this as percentage of grand total. Can you see? Can also of our grand total as well. So we have customers by tenure. Then we also have customer by occupation. Just copying out the title so we now will go about it. Paste it here. We take out generation and bring in occupation. Yes. So that's that. And we have customer by income brackets. Customers by income brackets. So we take out generation and bring in income brackets. And next up, we have our growths year on year. For year on year growths, copy this and paste it here. So we're going to take out the gender, generation, and we're going to put the year. So you could see how people came in. In 2015, we have 18 people, 42, 66. You could see the growth year in, year out. And also, because of what we're going to be using for our tenure, we calculated the tenure with the highest customers. So we're going to say equal to using index match. So for all those people like VLOOKUP, can use your VLOOKUP to do this. So index match, the array is our tenor group. Then we match it with the max. That's the highest value in this range, and close the brackets, comma. And we want it to look out for it from this range, and we want an exact match. So you could see we have more loyal customers in total. So let me see the max value. So it's going to be equal to max. And close our brackets. So as you can see, this is our breakdown. And next up, over here, we'll be doing our visuals. So let's first take out our grid lines. Yeah. So what's our breakdown? I think we're good to go. Let's label all this. So when we start building our charts, so we have our customers, then the customer C, we have our average age. For easy referencing, we have our income. Then also have our tenor. Can you see? So I think we're good to go from here. We're good to go from here. So next up, we'll be building our visuals. Okay, guys, we are going to start building our visuals wireframe. If you know me, you know we always build a structure before we start building our dashboard or bringing in our charts or our KPI cards. So first off, we're going to be building our wireframe. And this is what we're trying to recreate, this same structure. I would have just copy and pasted, but at the same time, I want to show you the process of how I was able to achieve this. So first off, if you know me, I don't have trends to be looking for color codes and everything. So we make use of, there's a color picker we make use of. So we use the image color picker. So there was an idea I got. So I use that as the color idea for this dashboard. So let's pick our colors from, so these are screenshots. There's a sample data. So, okay, yeah. So this image, I got it from Pinterest. This is where I got the idea to structure, on how I'm going to structure my dashboard. But you could see I turned it around to build it the other way. So first off, let's get our background. I think that's like the first base. Bring it in and what's our color? And more colors, then custom. I'll paste it, yeah. So now we have our background. Next up, we'll be bringing in our shapes. So let's bring the rounded corner shapes. And normally we reduce our workbook to 80%. So it gives us like more room to work on for what we want to work on. And if you want to see your data properly, you could drop your ribbon so you get a good size. Okay, this is good. So next, let's format this. Then we'll go to line, no line. But fill, we're going to pick the color out and bring in our show. So go back to our image color picker, and yeah, this is for our first layer for our background. Then we'll paste it here. Click OK. Now we have this. Next up, let's bring in another shape for our navigation bar. That will be the rounded and straight edge. So turn it to this point, and so let's drag it down to this point and up to this point. So it fits in, and we want it to be like this is okay. Make sure everything is sitting pretty and good. So the color here is a plain white. And yeah, so no lines. So yeah, plain whites. So it's coming out nice. It's coming out okay, coming out okay. So let's look at the next thing we have to bring in from here. I think I'll just copy the icons, rather than bringing them in. Since it's still workbook, you could move it from one to the other. And place it here. Then we have a line be placed here. But before that, let me just bring in my own watermark. Yeah, I can just bring in the tool then. So this is a normal text box where you write your name. This is also a text box. The font on this is a Bohaz. That's the font. There's the font on this. Yeah. So we named our fictional bank as sending. Then we inserted our line. Yes, inserted our line. Getting a straight line, it's absolutely a lot. So most times I use the edge to do so. Okay, this is somehow straight. I think that's straight. So we reduce the weight to like 0.02. I'll make it like can make it darker, but so it's still obvious. Maybe a bit transparent. Yeah, I think that should do. And that is okay. So we have our line. We can always restructure this. We have our line. So next up, we'll bring in where our KPI card replaced. I'll need to keep some space for our slicers that is going to be placed on top of it. So no line. Yeah. Can drag this a bit long. And this too. So we have this, and this is green. Then let's go pick out the color. So we have this, the darker green for the base. Where the darker green for the base, and I could adjust it a bit. Then we have where our KPI cards are placed as well. Yeah, so let's say this will be okay for before them. Around the shape, and then we do the align distributes horizontally. Yes, and yeah, okay. Let me adjust this forward a bit and this forward as well. Then let's do it again. Align, yeah, and align top as well. So they are all on the same line. So yeah. So let's go back. We'll be picking this grain. Copy to the clipboard already. So no line, but we want it to be the light one. So we want the same thing. So yeah. So let's drop down this as we're editing for now. Format painting and move the formats on each and every one of them. So we have the base for what KPI. I think I have to increase this as well a bit. Yeah. So there we have that. And next we have a couple of charts for our charts. We have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So let's bring that in. Insert shapes again. So no line, and this is white as well. Okay. So we have three up here. Right, so there's not much white spaces, so I will reduce this and also reduce this as well. So now let's distribute again. Okay, I think this is cool. I think I might adjust this downward a bit so that we have a bit small room. This is why wireframe is also good. It gets to correct some things before your final dashboard is built. For sales growth, day, we also have our occupation, the customers are down here. I see. So we have all this. I think the structures are in place already. Let's bring in our navigation bar. Cause see, so let's set a shape. So we can write dashboard inside of it. So you should click on it, edit it, align middle. Yeah. So it's there. So we say no line and we make it green, one of the dark grays, and shouldn't be too bright. So we make it like this. So dots we drop downwards. So we can also align this and align, what do that? Align vertically. Yes. So for this will be analysis or breakdown, and this will be our data sets. So we could remove the fill for this one and make it, and make the words darker. Same thing we do here. So no fill for this one too, okay? So let's change this to yes. Um, yes, semi-bold. Semi-bold is okay. Yeah, so now let's link them so they navigate through our a place in the document that will go to visuals. This is for visuals. This one is for breakdown. And this one is for customers. So now everything works good. Yeah. And so our navigation bar is done. And next up, we'll start labeling our KPIs before we start bringing in our values. So for labeling, I wouldn't want to waste much time. So I'll just do more of copying this for our chats and this as well. So just Control C and I'll bring it here. So I'll just do the arrangements. So this will do placements over here. Who are our customers? There's a very good title. It's more of a question title. Then customers by generation be here. Loyalty by segmentation. Our wealth profile will also be here. Then we have our growth timeline. Our growth timeline will be here as well. A professional profile of our customer base will also be here. Why I copied was not to just waste so much time with typing things I already typed before now. And for the KPI card, we added some icons. I think I'll just copy the icons, but I'll bring in the base for the icons I did. So I created a cycle, which I place over here. No line. Can make it the darker one. I see the same color, so pick the dark one. This is where all the icons will be placed. Okay, so copy, paste here, make it as wireframe. You can find the icon on the drive I added on the description, so you can bring them in as well. So over here, I just click on the icons that I already copied. Click and control will capture all of them at the same time. Copy and then go to our charts. I'll paste it here. Can see everything here. So now yours is just to place them properly. So these are our customers. This is our average age. And we can resize them a bit. So they fit in properly. So 2.5 and 0.2 is okay. They sit properly inside of it. This is income. They sit properly inside of it as well. And this is time. So place it properly. Yes. So now we have our KPIs, our title of all our charts as well, which is already nice. And next up, let's bring the title of our KPIs. I think I'll just hit copy and overhead to again. So since it's just a text box, we already know how to do text box. So we just highlight them. That way we're not having to write and write again. See, now we place them properly. These are customers. This one average age. This one is average income. And this one is average tenure, which represent the years. And if you could see now, I feel like our wireframe is done and everything is already looking nice and good already. So I think it's time to bring in our charts, slicers, and our yeah. So go to our analysis. Like we already did, we named all these already. We named all this. I forgot to name these ones as well. So this will be customer and let's say max tenor. Max tenor value. A name you could like remember. I think that's what's important. Name you could remember. So let's start bringing in our KPIs. So let's insert a text box. Go to our shapes. You see the text box there. Bring it out. So it's going to be equal to customer customers, and yeah. Let me pin this back on, and we're going to use the runs this cell. Yeah. So also format the shape, remove the background and line. So no fill, no line. And this will also be in a lighter color. I think that should do. We have 500 customers, copy paste here. So we have some average age. Average age. Yes. Enter formats. Yes. Then for our average income, let me summarize our using custom formatting. So it's going to be $sign 0.0 1 comma because it's thousand and we put our K in quotations and click OK. So yeah, we're going to have our income. Of our income over here, and we want the same format for this, so we just have to drag it out properly. So we bring in our average tenure, and then we named it tenure. So click on it and format paint, and we paint it there. See, our values are brought out already, and so our KPI is done. And next up is customer by generation. So this is it, and we insert, click on it, insert, and this is the chart we're going to be using. So we have two genders already we're using, and we format it, put it at the top, push it to the side, and reduce it. Take out our axis and our format to take out grid lines, legend. Oh no, legend, I want legend. So yeah. So we say no line and no fill and no line. Want it to be like, well, let's take it to the other page. Cut Ctrl X and Ctrl V. So we want it to be like a comparison. So we go to the series option and the series overlap. That way we draw them closer. Let's say like 30%, 35%. Okay, this is okay. This is okay. We only need these icons top here. Then for our female will be the dark green, and our male will be the red light whites. Okay, not this one. Let's use the other one. That one is a bit darker than this. Yes. So now we have our chart by generation. I can see boomers. For female, we have 76 female and 50 male. For this, almost the same thing. So next up is our loyalty segment, which is this. And over here, we're using the pie charts. No, donut charts. Yes, donut charts. So we take out our field button, take out our title, and we're going to reduce this. Take out our line, no line, and reduce the size. Make it slimmer. So for our green, I'll pick one and then pick one of the darkest one. And then for the next one, pick the same color, but this time we reduce the percentage to like, let's say 26. Then the next one, same thing, but like around like 70 this time. So it's a lot more lighter. I think this green is also obvious already, so we leave it that way. So no line, no, because it's I'm bringing it to our chart here. Placement is where all the adjustments is done. So we can drag this over here. So instead of labeling it, we just highlight the top performer, or then which we already did using index match and the value. So we just structure it into that. So copy paste it here, reduce the size. So this one will be tenor max tenor. Yeah, if I could remember, we did the max tenor. Copy paste it, and then we do for the values again. The value is going to be max tenor value. So then let's remove the decimal place. No, that's 9.6 is okay. So we can increase the size a bit. And lower, copy them. Not copy, drag them, move them here. We see our highest performer here is we have more loyal customers. Loyal customers about 39%, 39.6% in our data. Increase this a bit. So that also answered the question. So we'll go to our wealth profile, our income brackets, so we know how they end as well. So this time we're using the bar charts instead. So we off our field list first, and then we format this. So sorts from smallest to highest. Yeah, so we have something like this now. Then we take out our grid lines, we take out our legend as well. And we take off this part of our axis, no line, and reduce it properly, no line, no fill. And remember we did male and female. So for male, let's also address them first. So these are male are the light purple, while female are the dark ones. So we use it again. I will fit it into this. Can increase the size a bit by reducing the gap width. Yes. Can do the same for this too. Yeah. So next up, we'll bring in our line charts for our growth by year. So insert, go to our line, and this is our line charts of our field button, no chart style. So we leave our grid lines of our legend. We take this off as well. So we smooth the line up first with our lines. And for the edge, the beginning we put this, and at the end of the arrow we also do this. So our line looks like this now. So for the color of our line, let's leave it as green, but we reduce the weights a bit, And this, we could also make it transparent a bit. Oh, I should use this. So we want a gray color. Okay. So I think that's basically it. So let's cut this sticky here. Oh, I have to take out our background. No fill, no line. And yes, we have this here now. A good line. You see how we go from 2025. It dropped a bit in 2018. We got new customers, 2019, dropped, and it kept dropping and up, down, up, down. But our peak here is 2017, as you can see here. Then we also have by occupation, which is the last one we have here. We use our bar charts and all this, our grid lines, our legend, and low line. We also took this one out too. Then we did a bit of comparison by using the series overlap. Yes, I think that should do. Can reduce it and get space. And also increase the size a bit so they're not too slim. And then yeah, let's change the color. So we know our nail. Our male are this and our female are, so always pay attention to whatever colors you use so they all match and blend up properly. Okay, can you see? So we are done bringing in our charts. So to keep it interactive and very, very much interactive, we insert our slicers as well. So let's insert our slicers. We'll go to insert, go to slicers. And for our slicers, we are using region and customer segments. Yes, income and customer segments. So let's format this. We only need one. So the whole slicer will have the fill with more colors, custom. So let's pick our colors from here. So this background, that's what we need. We need this background. We need this background. So this one is arrogant a bit. So we have a new starts. Yeah. Then we get a new color become. Yeah, so we have image color picker. Let's bring in the image again. I think the sites froze for some time. Can pick this, yeah. So this is the background. That's where we want our, that's the color of our slicers. So we keep it that way. I say okay. So we don't want no borders and no fonts. Yeah. For headers, so selected with item, that's all we want to change. So the fill will make it a white color, no borders. The text will keep it at 10 and we'll make it a thick green. I click OK. Selected with no data, or we'll leave everything plain. So click OK. So you can see this is converted. So we want it in columns, that's 4. I will also take out our header. So the display header is taken out, okay. Ctrl X, and let's bring this one in. So go to our slicer setting. We reduce the height a bit and the width a bit as well. So now our sliders can sit properly here. East, west, north, and south. Yeah. So let's bring in the other slicer. So format is this as well. Go to our slicer setting, slicer, remove the display header, click OK. Then we use this as well. So you can increase this to 3. Reduce the height, reduce the width. So now we have this. And to make sure it's active, I think let me increase this one. It's So make sure it's active. Let's report connections so it affects every single thing. That reports all connections as well. So they all respond accordingly and keep our dashboard very, very, very interactive. So click OK. So now we can see what happened in the east. We have one, let me drop this dark. Yeah. So in the east, we have 133 customers. The average age in the east is 47, 122K, 5 years as well. In the north, same thing, 120, 46 years. You can see the percentage and everything is responsive. So you could say in the south and corporates, you could see, and in the south and privates, in the south, in the retail industry, right? So you could say the west and retail, can you see? We could remove our clear from region there and also clear from this as well. So, and this is an interactive dashboard all built in Excel from start to finish. And if you're just joining, let me walk you through what we did. We imported our data using Power Query. Um, Using the Power Query editor, we transformed and did like few other steps. Mm, We filtered some rows, we inserted some calculated columns using the condition column. We added years. Can you see? We added years, we added tenure group, we added years. And from there, we loaded it up into our Excel workbook, which you could find here. And then we did a breakdown of our data to understand it even better. Because of the segmentation we did from the start and the segmentation approach, we were able to summarize our data, understanding age group, understanding customer tenure, understanding our income brackets. So we know how we could value and understand our customer even better. So in case you're tailoring your analysis or your insights to the marketing team, you already have an understanding of how you could present your insights and your recommendation. Because just of looking at this, you could see which of the generation we have more customers in. You can see for female boomers, we have 76, which is very good, but we need younger generations. See Gen Z, we have less customers who are young, so we need more Gen Z. So we have to tailor our markets or even our products that will make the younger generation want to join our business. So this is how you could analyze your data using segmentation. That way you get to understand it even better. So when you get the time, you watch this, you recreate it in your own way, and create it like this. Tag me on TikTok, LinkedIn, and X. I think I'm active on all those platforms. Wherever you could find me, tag me. I am OboX on X. Yes, that's Twitter. I am Freedom on TikTok, and I'm also Freedom Obo on LinkedIn. So you could find me every single way. Yeah. So have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day, and bye, guys. And see you soon.